I want to give I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Ha Rakah Kodash. Double honors unto our apostle elders which rule great millstone well, and shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, Wa Abba Babal. So what just recently happened with their so-called mission, Artemis the 2, Artemis 2. All right, they had a woman, Christina Koch. I believe that's her name, Christina Koch, first woman to journey around the moon, which her name is made up, and this whole mission is made up. All right, they're deceiving the people. All right, and they're putting stumbling blocks like this in front of the people, mainly in front of the Israelite, the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American Indian, which been scattered throughout the world. All right, and they have, through their witchcraft, deceived the world. All right, one of the deceptions is that they touched the moon. All right, and that they could put a woman in a position of power over a man. All right, because this brings down their kingdom. All right, the wicked. Isaiah 3. And I'm going to the NLT. But the wicked are doomed. The wicked are the so-called white race. The wicked rule the world today. That's why there's wicked things happening, like a woman going to so-called space. It says, but the wicked are doomed, for they will get exactly what they deserve. But Yahweh is going to send his son, Yahweh Shai, from heaven to punish the wicked and them that do wickedly. Childish leaders, right? You hear about the childish things that these leaders do. Oppress my people and women rule over them. All right, so they set up women over the Israelites. All right, and they deceive you. Oh, my people, your leaders mislead you. They send you down the wrong road. All right, so I looked it up. I put Christina Koch, if she had children. As of April 2026, NASA astronaut Christina Koch is married to Robert Koch, and they have a rescue dog, but she has not publicly announced having any children. See, so these are fools, base people. It says that in Job 30 about the Edomites. Let me go to the KJV. It says in verse 8, they were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. Let's check out the NLT. It says, they were nameless fools, outcasts from society. And that's who is ruling over us. All right? These people think that her so-called mission, which they didn't even go to space, all right, was a success, and she has no children. She's not even a real woman, though. All right, because a woman pertains to dealing with children, serving a man, and if she can't produce children, her husband is supposed to have another wife to produce children, and the barren women take care of the children. All right, now let's see how old she is. She can't even have children. She's 47 years old. She's pretty much, done with having children. And this is who these people celebrate. All right. And look at the name on that picture there. It says Christina Koch. Her age is 47 years old. Image Chip Sodomville. Somadavilla. Somadavilla. It looked like Sodomville to me. My Let me see. See, so she's 47. She can't even have children. And they're glorifying this woman, but she's not even a real woman, in front of these young girls, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, and glorifying the so-called white woman as a hero, but she don't even have children. So she's not even a real woman, and her whole persona of going into space as the woman that went the farthest is really a hoax. All right, because they can't go beyond the ozone layer. They can't get out of the atmosphere. So it's a big hoax. All right. You see right here, they got her in this meme, and she's pushing woman empowerment. It says a lot of things work this way, not just careers, but money too. This is what happens when you don't wait to feel ready, when you keep going, even when it doesn't feel clear yet. Just building little by little, you see? And they got them in different languages, right? She's about to go where no woman ever has. Dun, dun. See? But they really didn't go nowhere, all right? So, this is a bunch of propaganda, a bunch of garbage.
During Monday night's lunar flyby, we will see you on the other side. The Orion capsule disappeared behind the moon's far side. Roughly 40 minutes of radio silence. And then they were back.
It is so great to hear from Earth again.
Everyone, including President Trump, has so many questions.
What is the most unforgettable part of this really historic day?
Seeing all the sights that we've seen from Earth for all of our lives, but we're seeing them from a different perspective. Sights that no human has ever seen before, not even in Apollo, and that was amazing for us.
We've seen the remarkable pictures, but imagine how it must have been to see the far side of the moon in person. NASA just released these dazzling photos, moon shots from the moon ship.
See? And notice they're not clear shots, they're not clear photos. All right, because it's a bunch of garbage. All right, it's a bunch of propaganda. It's a stumbling block to deceive the world. All right, but the elect will not be deceived. All right, this is a bunch of garbage. All right, and then now they got AI, so they could AI generate all these photos. All right, and it's to really distract the people, okay, as they send off their men to war to die, all right, and devalue their dollar, causing famine and other things that are going to end a lot of life on Earth. They're worried about doing laps around the moon, which is impossible for Esau and his technology. Once again, it says they are man and not God. Isaiah 33, it's 31. And 3, now the Egyptians, the so-called Americans, are men and not God, and their horses flesh, and that's why they can't go beyond the ozone layer, and not spirit. When Yahweh shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth Esau shall fall, and he that is hoping in Esau shall fall down, and they shall fail together. Which this is why you see their planes falling from heaven, right? When they're supposed to be superior, have superior air power, right? But they're losing planes. See, it says, as of April 2026, after 5 weeks of combat in Operation Epic Fury, the U.S. military has reportedly lost 39 aircrafts in the Iran conflict. And you're telling me they went around the moon and came back in 10 days? Come on, man. Get for real. All right? These devils are liars from birth. They go astray from birth. All right, it says in Psalm 58 and 3, the wicked are estranged from the womb because they're rejected. They're a cursed people. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. The so-called white race, they are the wicked that were rejected. And as soon as they are born, they're producing lies. All right, so you can't trust anything these devils say. In fact, it says in Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10, never trust thine enemy, which the so-called white race, they are the adversary to the Israelite. The Edomites are the adversary to the Israelites. For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. See? So they're trying to defile you, and they're trying to deceive you so that they could destroy you. This is why we examine ourselves whether we be in the faith daily. Shalom to the elect wa abab.